Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day today. I'm having a fabulous day. It is kitchen talk time with Granna. Gonna kind of keep it short and sweet today, and we're just gonna talk. We just want to talk. I just got some things on my mind, stuff I be thinking about. So yeah, I'm gonna just throw this out there to you guys a little bit. Okay, you guys know that everybody comes into your life for a reason or a season, as they say. Sometimes people are meant to be in your life a short term, and sometimes people are there for the longevity of your life. You're there from throughout your whole life. But we, as people, sometimes don't know when to cut off people and when to end that season. That season has ran its course and it's at the end, and you try to hold on to relationships because you're just so used to that person being a part of your life, regardless of what type of energy they might be bringing into your life. It could be, just bad energy, just a lot of toxic energy, and you just don't want to accept that and move on. And the same thing with that person. They may know that they're not good for you, but then that may be where they're at in their life, and they're not happy with what's going on with them. So you know how they say misery loves company. It could be coming from that space, but you, as the person that's in control of your life, have to get to a point where you can cut that. You can let that go. You can end that relationship, especially if you're seeing that nothing you're getting out of that relationship is just toxic, negative energy. It's time to let it go and walk away from it. Some seasons are only meant to be a season, and others are meant to be, and you can tell the difference. And we as people also feel like, especially women's, we feel like we can fix the situations or we can fix people. You can't. You can't fix someone that does not want to be fixed. If it's broken to the point that the other person involved in the relationship don't want to put in the work to mend those broken pieces and to bring it back together, you can't do it on your own, no matter how hard you try. It's got to be two people, in the two people that's involved in that relationship, to bring it back together and to mend those broken pieces. So, I have learned that with time, that you just have to cut those people out of your life and let it go, because you're never going to be able to take care of self. And I'm always preaching about self-care and self-love. But if you, or I'm going to say me, if you don't love yourself more than the person you're dealing with, then what you expect to get out of it, you're never going to get any good thing out of it, And the same thing with on the opposite side of that. If you loving someone more than they're loving themselves, or you're trying to fix someone more than they want to fix themselves, then it's never going to work, because they're got to be willing to change also, So it's a two-way street. It's got to work both ways, or you got to just go down a one-way street. If that two-way street is not working, you got to change your direction, change your course, and just take the one-way street and just think about self and take care of self and start, improving on what you can do to make yourself better, Um, you know, sometimes if you're trying to fix that relationship and you're trying to have a conversation with someone and they're just not getting it and they're just not comprehending what you're trying to say, that's a waste too. You're never going to resolve anything. It's got to be two ways when it comes to that conversation. The person that you're conversating with got to be willing to listen, and I mean really listen to what you're saying, and vice versa. It goes both ways. You got to be able to listen what someone is trying to say to you, and understand what they're saying and digest what they're saying before you speak on it. You can't just start a conversation and when you get into that conversation, whoever you're talking to is already defensive, and they're coming back with just negativity, negativity, negativity. It's never going to resolve anything. Words are powerful. They're very powerful, and they can be hurtful. They can be very hurtful. And if you're trying to communicate with someone and the words are not being used wisely as you're trying to communicate it with them, then they can come off as being hurtful or not coming across, or the person can take it that way. So you got to really think about what you're saying before you say it to someone, and kind of figure in your head how that's going to come across to the person, to try to keep everything calm and to try to make sure that you're getting your point across. Now, you need to be honest with your words. You need to, when you're putting it out there, you need to be honest. You need to be as straightforward as possible and be as clear with your words and your expectation that you're trying to get across to them. If you're setting standards and expectation, you need to be clear on it so that they can understand it. But sometimes it doesn't matter how clear you are of what you're trying to say. Some people, I'm not saying everybody, some people are just not going to get it. They're not going to comprehend what you're trying to say. And you're never going to be able to resolve anything if they're just not going to get it. I mean, it's got to be as clear as ABC and 1, 2, 3, but they got to get it. They got to get it. And you can't get them to get it in their head. If they're not open, then no matter how you say it or how clear you are, they're just not going to get it. They're not going to comprehend it. Some people be in their own little world, and they just don't be hearing nothing that you're trying to say, and it's really hard to have a conversation with someone when they want to stay in the past. You know what I mean? They want to constantly bring up, you're right here in the future. You're right here today, but they want to bring up tomorrow, yesterday, the day before, and all these, all this stuff in the past, because they don't have, first of all, they don't want to be held accountable, and they just don't want to even have that open conversation because they're not ready to be held accountable for their words and their actions. So they want to keep bringing up some past experience or some past conversations that may have taken place that don't mean a damn thing today, but in their mind, somehow in their twisted mind, it is relative to what you're talking about right now, and it really it's not. And you're sitting over like, what are you talking about? Why are you bringing up stuff that happened 10 years ago? Why? That's always bothered me. That has always bothered me because I don't like to live in the past. And I don't like to bring up conversations on things that has happened in the past or things that I have done for someone in the past, because I'm not that tick for tack person. I don't like to go tick for tack with someone. And I have experienced some relationships like that anything to throw the light off of them, they have tend to bring up the past. They have tend to bring up things that they've done in the past, and they did this, they did that, and none of that is relevant to what we're talking about right now. So that's just crazy. I've been thinking about that, and sitting back like, why did I even waste all this energy on it when we still at the same spot that we've been at for this I'm just going to say last year. It's always the same thing over and over and over. So that can't, for me to grow and to take care of myself the way I need to, cutting out all that negativity and cutting out all that toxic conversations. I got to let that go. I got to walk away from that. Now, that doesn't say that I don't still care about the person. I don't still wish goodwill to this person and always rooting for this person to accomplish whatever they're trying to accomplish or find whatever they're trying to find. It just means that it's time for me to walk away so that I can continue on the path that I'm trying to be on. I can continue to get to where I need to get in my growth and what I'm trying to accomplish. So I've learned to do that. And yes, it's sometimes, it's sad. It makes me sad when I think about it. But in order to take care of self, I got to do that. When you do something for someone, it should always come from the kindness of your heart. It should come from the kindness of your heart. You shouldn't do stuff in spite of, or use it in a spiteful way later to say, well, I did this or I did that. You should do something because you want to do it, And the same thing when it comes to, being there for someone. You should be there because you want to be there. Don't be there for that person and then when you think that person is good or you want that person to be there for you and they can't be there right when you want them to be there, you want to throw it back up and, well, I was there for you 5 years ago when you did this or you did that or you needed this support or you needed that support. Okay, that was all appreciated 5 years ago. But right now, I can't be there for you because I'm doing this, or I'm in the middle of this right here. So I can't do that right now. I don't like to continually have those type of conversations. So where I'm at right now in trying to work on my self-care and my empowering myself, because, to work on my self-care and to get to where I need to do, I'm also empowering myself to stand up for myself. I'm empowering myself to be vocal, to use my voice more and be in a positive way, using it more in a positive way. I'm empowering myself to show others I'm worthy and I'm worth something also. I have value myself, So I'm working on all that stuff to get to where I need to get to. And I would just love to see more women, especially, be more positive towards each other and come together to support in a positive way, not to support to get something in return, but when you're giving your support, you're doing it because you want to help this person to grow and get to the next stage in their life with no return, nothing in return, just out of the kindness of your heart and the passion that you have for the next woman. Just having that passion for someone, just having that understanding for someone, just wanting to support, wanting to be there, to build them up if they need to be built up and not looking for anything in return. That's what I'm all about now. That's what I want to be about. I want to preach positivity. I want to preach self-care. I want to promote, well, I'm not even going to say preach. I guess I should say promote. I want to promote women empowerment. I want to promote healthy vibes. Healthy vibes, good vibes, all about positivity, nothing toxic, nothing negative, just being there in a space. And if it's only for a season, then I want to give it my all for that season. If it's for the long run, then I want to be there. I don't care if we talk a month, every day, once a year, whatever it is. When I get that call, I want to bring positivity to that person. I want them to know I'm not there because I need something from them. I expect something for them, and it's got to be something in return for me to be supported. That's not what I'm about at all. It's all about being empowerment, being able to empower someone and being positive and being about self-care. If I can help you to do something to improve your care for yourself or bring positivity, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. And that's a lesson I had to learn. And I had to learn, if you walk away, it doesn't mean you don't love someone. It means you're walking away so that you can bring more positivity and give them time to reach where they need to be and to get themselves at a space of positivity. Okay? All right, guys, that's it. Just a little self-empowerment and self-care. That's it. Okay? All right, guys, don't forget to go back, share, comment, subscribe, like, all those things, okay? You guys have a great day. Be kind to everybody you come in contact with and really think about your words before you speak them, okay? Words are powerful. You guys have a great day. I'm going to check you out next time around.